APH. What's the deal with that stock?
I think this is a slept on company that a lot of people, and shout out to the person for this question. It's too high to want to invest right now. It's had an amazing tear since 2012 when it was like at $14. I will put APH on a watch list for sure. It's too high to overvalue right now to buy, but I will put it on your watch list. And if it dips, I'll put a price for us in Stock Club for sure.
All right, here's what they do. This might sound redundant, but APH is a major global supplier of advanced interconnective sensors and antenna solutions, making it well positioned to benefit from the AI wave and increasing demand for, guess what? Data centers.
Yep.
Right. So as the rate of data centers expand, they need to have connectivity inside, which we said is just vital to making sure that these computers, these chips, these GPUs work. This is one of those companies. As that ecosystem. Yep. And that ecosystem, there's a few more. I'm actually putting a whole diagram together, which I will show at a later date. But yeah, this is part of that ecosystem inside of data centers. Good call.
And there you have it. No, I'm joking.
So, okay. How did investing help you become a better trader?
I think because I started trading first. So when you trade first, you only look at the positive returns that can be expected without getting a full macro picture of the company or economy. I think once you know where the economy is going, it's a lot easier to be able to catch the right direction of the trade. And I'm going to be super honest. Most traders that don't invest long term never keep money for a long period of time because you're always going counter to the direction of the market. So people would ask like, well, are you a bearish trader or are you a bullish trader? I know right there, you aren't long-term investing. If you're trading the S&P 500 future or NASDAQ future, 70% of your trade should be long because the asset class that is the underlying asset goes up over time. So you may have more returns in a short period where the S&P or NASDAQ is dropping, but majority of the time, especially if you're swing trading, you should be going long. So I don't think if you know how to, if you are a great trader, and I know they say, well, Par Twitter has a great long-term personal investing track record. So there's not many people that can just enter day trade well and they don't understand what the global macro picture is. I think you have to be able to see the entire field and what's happening to be able to get an edge in the market. And that's also what I learned too. Like if you have a few good trades per week or per month, let the long-term portfolio do the rest of the work for you, opposed to trying to churn money out of the market every single day. Like same with you guys. You guys knew broadcasting will work. There was a model there before, but maybe not for us. Okay, great. You looked at the media landscape and figured out where you can be in that. There's a reason why you upload it on YouTube and not Twitter as a primary platform. So I think knowing what the macro trend is matters more than anything in your long-term trades.
What about MCK?
It's a great question. McKesson's a great company, but I don't think it's better than a lot of the ones we talked about. I mean, Troy's brought up Micron. We've given you guys trades in long-term investments, NVIDIA, AMD, Apple, even Tesla, even though they've had issues. I don't think if they're not top three in their space, I would not want to invest there. Right now. Can you get return? Yes. But everyone put in chat, invest in the ones that are going to dominate the decade. McKesson's on nobody's leaderboard to dominate from 25 to 2030. Not one company. Is it better than Lilly? Is it better than Starlink? Is it better than OpenAI? I can argue it's not even better than Spotify. Great company. If we're just talking a pure return on investment basis, though, I wouldn't. And my thing is always, would I put my life savings on that company? No. Great company, but no.
Yeah. So, is it fundamentally essential? If we're picking, right? So if we're talking about people that are trading, you said 8 times, maybe a month. Some people are paper trading even fewer. does it fit the criteria of better than the 7 companies or 8 companies that we've spoken about? I don't know if it fits the criteria. I don't know if it's the fundamentally essential company.
Yep. And then the one thing I would compare that I should bring up more is year-over-year drawdown. Their drawdown isn't better than Meta's. What's a safer place to put your money? Even if you put your money in at the top of the market on Meta, top of the market here, they went to 617. They're currently at 490. You put 100 grand in, you're crying right now. So put it in chat. Investing's not that hard, man. Just invest in the top 2 in that space, top 10 overall, rinse and repeat.
What about some beverage companies?
I thought this is a great question. So if I had to look between Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Keurig, Dr. Pepper, Vita Coco, and Celsius, I think Pepsi would be number 1 for me. Keurig, Dr. Pepper will be 2. Coca-Cola would be 3rd. Celsius would be 4th, and Vita Water or Vita Coco would be 5th. I think Pepsi's done an amazing job over the last 5 or 6 years. I know Coca-Cola is tried and true, but the Keurig Dr. Pepper partnership has been incredibly strong, and the returns have been great. Celsius had a bang, no pun intended. It's falling apart a little bit. but once again, safety. Like, I want you guys to think, like, even if you don't have it, if you had $1 million, 10 million, 100 million, what would you park the money and not have ulcers at night? The more risk you keep off the table, the better your money's going to do, and you're going to find other opportunities to be able to reinvest that capital. So yeah, Pepsi 1, Keurig 2, Coca-Cola 3rd, Celsius 4th, Vita Coco will be 5th.
If we follow the greatest investor that's ever lived, his order might be different.
Of course. I mean, also timing of when.
And that's what I want to go. That's why I was going, right? Like, Coca-Cola obviously is, he has 28 billion sitting there inside of Coca-Cola, but the time of when he invested to present day changes. Here's an interesting point, and I want to get both of your thoughts on it. I was listening to some analysts, doing a little bit of research. Healthcare obviously is a major technology inside of that is going to be a major factor in the future. When we're talking about Novo, and obviously you saw them on Capitol Hill with the price of the drugs coming down for weight loss. Yeah. Novo, we talk about Lilly, weight loss drugs. They're starting to see a decline in snack foods. And so when I wonder what you think the role that will play in the business for a Coca-Cola, where a lot of it is coming not just from the drinks, but some of the other things it owns, Pepsi, some of the other brands that it owns. What do you think about the role that the weight loss drugs will have on, I guess, the junk economy?
They're going to have a big impact. And I think we're going to see maybe Pepsi first, because they've had a greater tendency to do so, to scale younger and aim at kids, because the kids can't take the GLP. So the arbitrage is to target the kids from 4 years old to maybe 13, 14, and try and get your returns there. But it has had an impact on fast casual and snacking. And yes, Warren will have a different outlook, but based on timing. I don't want to speak on Warren's business. I'll wait till he passes. But people don't remember that he was part of the reason why Vicente Fox ended up being president here in Mexico. So if I had a company and I had influence over a person becoming president over which they own, well, for the private water, they own 80% of the public waterways and 90% of the private, and most of the sodas and water are provided through Coca-Cola, it would be a great investment. Vicente hasn't been there for a while. So even though Coca-Cola does still have a stranglehold here in this amazing country. So, but I think the Indian CEO at Pepsi has done a better job now. So I think he probably would recalibrate based on that. But do I think it'll have an impact on the snacking industry? Yeah. But I think Pepsi will probably skew younger as a result. Shout out to Warren, shout out to Vicente Fox. Viva la raza.
Shout out to the Oracle of Omaha.
Yes.